In this video, I'll talk about the two main reasons why the stock market is falling and give you one action you can take today. Before I dive in, if you like videos on investing and finance, go ahead, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like it, please hit that subscribe button. Here at Tykr, we're all about clear, confident investing. Okay, one main reason why the stock market is falling is because of inflation. Inflation has not really improved over the last year. So looking at my screen, this is a site called Y Charts. And you can see here it's the US inflation rate. Ideally, we want to be between 2 and 3%. Well, if you look closely here over the last year, it's actually June. We did go from a much higher percentage. For context here, it was 9% in 2022. But then in June of 23, we hit 2.9%. And it's pretty much hovered around 3. So it went up to like 3.6, 3.7, then back down to 3.14. 3.35, back down to 3.09, and here we are at 3.48. So what people are doing right now is they're getting nervous. They think that inflation could take off like a rocket again, which it could, but it could also go back down. Ideally, again, we like to be between 2 and 3%. So what might happen is the Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, he might increase interest rates again, because you have to increase interest rates to drive down inflation. And that might happen. In our case, as value investors, that's a good thing. We want the market to go down so we can buy more and watch it slingshot back up. So don't freak out on that note in itself. Inflation that's hovering around 3 or just above, that's okay. If another interest rate comes out, that's great because it's going to drive the stock market down. Again, we can buy more. Now, a second reason why the market is going down is because the conflict in Israel has not improved. I listen to BBC News every day. I don't listen to a lot of US news because it can be quite polarized. I like to go to the BBC so I can get a global understanding of news around the market. I usually have their podcast on for about 20 to 30 minutes a day just to get some information. And most of the discussions are around the conflict in Israel. Now, this is nothing we can do to really improve the situation, but it is very important for us to just pay close attention to what is going on. Now, I did homework on geopolitical events over the last 100 years, and I want to show you something here. If you go to Tykr and you go to Investing Blog, on page 2, there's an article titled Geopolitical Events and the Stock Market. And you'll find this information very interesting. So with a lot of these events, they don't last long. For example, Russia attacks Ukraine. Days to the bottom, it was about 17 days. This was actually February of 2022. And then days to recovery, about 16 days. And you can see a lot of these numbers here in the conflicts on the left. Now you scroll down, for example, North Korea missile crisis in 2017, 14 days to the bottom and 36 days back to recovery. Well, let's keep going. We go down to the US terrorist attacks in 2001. Days to the bottom, 11 days. Days to recovery, 31 days. The big one was, this is one of two over the last 100 years, was actually the Iraq invasion of Kuwait. 71 days to the bottom, 189 days to recovery. And then you have to go all the way back to World War II, 143 days to the bottom and 307 days back to recovery. So as you can see, most of these events, they're very short. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the stock market, it does not like uncertainty. When there's a definitive decision that's made, for example, with 9/11, when the US, the president at the time, George W. Bush, he made the decision, a definitive decision, we are going to invade Afghanistan. That was a path moving forward. It wasn't a question like, what are we going to do? The market hates that. The market will continue to sell off until a decision has been made. Once that decision is made, there's a path moving forward and the stock market goes up. So right now there's a bit of uncertainty. What is going to happen? Who's going to do what? Is another country going to get involved? All that is causing the market to go down. This leads to the key point we can all do right now, which is this is a stockpiling event. This is a time to buy. As Phil Town has taught us, we make money when the market goes up, but we get rich when the market goes down. So right now is a great time to buy. There's a high probability the market will continue to go down a little bit more, but it's not going down forever. You don't want to wait on the sidelines, have the market go through the roof again, and then buy at the top. I see too many people make that decision. They wait until everything's fine, then they realize they missed out on huge gains. You can't do that. You have to buy when the market's going down. So there you go. They're the two main reasons why it's going down, and one action you can take. If you're looking for clear, confident investing, I invite you to join Tykr for free. And if you're looking for free training on how you can get started in the stock market, there's a free training link down below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.